Hello friends, this is Jess from Knit Plan Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So I think it's been a little while since we have done a recipe plan with me, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. And I'm hoping, crossing fingers, to be able to do a bake with me. So as long as the recording goes well, what I'm going to do is after I put together the whole recipe page, I'm going to actually show you how I bake the item too, or the food too. So today we are making, I printed it out just to make it easy on me. We're making peanut butter and jelly cookies. I'm not doing the glaze. So basically it's peanut butter cookies where you put like a thumbprint into it and then you put jelly in that, so a fruit jelly. I already have the stickers picked out because I didn't want to waste time to actually go through the sticker book. So I decided to go with a lot of the rose gold foil today. I really like it. And the sticker books that I chose the fruit from, this is the food number 2. And then I used the recipe and the recipe accessory book. The only thing that I really kind of a little sad about, the only fruit really that I could use was the strawberries. For my recipe, I'm going to be using cherry jelly. It's like a cherry preserve. This recipe mentions strawberry jam. I'm sure you could really use any type of fruit jam though. So we're going to be using cherry for when I actually go to cook it. And this is, let me show you this. So this is the Happy Planner classic size recipe. This came out in 2019. It was like winter 2019, and I absolutely love it. So it came with some market list half sheets, and then you have a bunch of different tabs. So favorites, main dishes, which I have put in a few of the main dishes. And then you have small dishes, soups and salads, healthy fare, breakfast, dessert is what we're going to be doing. And then at the very back you have miscellaneous. As you see, I haven't done much with this. I do have the mini size as well, and I do have a few recipes in there. But this is basically like an ongoing project for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and basically put the page together, and then I'm going to write in the recipe. While I'm writing it in, I'm going to plan on speeding it up, just so then that way I don't have to talk through the actual writing part, because that's not going to work for my brain. So ingredients go on the side. It has the prep time, the cook time, directions, how many people that it serves, which I think I always cover that up, and then any type of notes. I decided to use these bullet points for the ingredients. So these are all just going to be put down. And this has 9 ingredients. I'm intentionally leaving out the ingredients for the glaze. I like the idea of glaze on some things, but cookies is not always a favorite. And I kind of figured that this recipe book is basically favorite recipes. So I can alter them however I wish. And then we also, let's see. So the way that they have this listed out, mixing the line for the glaze, they have it listed as 3. However, number 3 could literally be 3 separate to-dos or 3 separate line items. So what I decided is this is going to be for preheating the oven. And then I have these checklist stickers to be able to actually write in the lines. I went ahead and pulled 2. I don't know if I'm going to use both of them. And then in terms of the decoration, I'm gonna go simple. I wanted to use this gold foil circle and then this little jar that says life is sweet. And then I just kind of wanted some other little fun decorations. Just to kind of like items that you might use while you're actually cooking, sort of thing. I'm kind of thinking maybe doing that right there. I don't know. I always like to put these little stickers on there. I don't know why. They're just cute, I think. And then I'm just gonna put around a few strawberries. I have like some empty space over here, so why not? And then I also wanted to use a heart. Sometimes I just like using those little random stickers because what better way to use them up? And I really can't wait because one of my 2022 planners is actually a meal planning planner. So that's going to be a great way to use up a lot of these stickers as well. So way better. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start writing in the recipe. By the way, just so if you want to know, I am using the Uniball Uni Pin Fine Line. So for the title of the recipe, for the recipe title, recipe name, whatever, I use the 0.8. So it is a heavier. And then for the actual recipe, I'm using the 0.2. Okay, so one thing else that I want to do, since I do have some extra space, I want to go ahead and see what stickers that I can use. And I kind of was thinking about using this one. It says, life is what you bake it. I was just kind of thinking of putting that right there. And then maybe there's something cute that we can put down there. I think all of these are really functional and the decorative. So let's go to the accessory book. I don't think I have enough of this pink in there, do I? I need more pink. Yeah. I can just cover up that notes right there. Oh, and I need to write in the prep time and cook time. So prep time is 20 minutes. Cook time is 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and put this back into my recipe planner. And let's go bake. Hello guys, we are back for the baking part of my baking plan with me. So hopefully I can kind of figure out a camera angle that works well, but this is kind of what I have going on here. So I have this little stand that I got from, like a store in the mall. I think it was from Dacio, I think it was, but I kind of love it for my planner, as you can see.
Good job.
Okay. So for the recipe, we have 1 stick of butter that is softened, 1 large egg. We have the cherry preserves, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and the majority of it is packed. Let's just go with that. And then we have our peanut butter, which we will use 1 cup, The only thing that I do not have is the vanilla extract. All right, so not only did I fix the stand, I also grabbed the vanilla extract. So we're gonna go ahead and start baking. I'm back ready to do the cooking, the baking, whatever I'm doing. I also forgot to mention that we also have a 1/4 cup of white sugar. So we're gonna start by creaming together the sugars with the butter. This is a brand new mixer, so hopefully it works well, because it's gonna kind of suck if I can't do this whole bake with me because the mixer doesn't work. So let's see how this goes. We're gonna pop it down. This is not a KitchenAid because, well, I can't afford that. Let's go ahead and start creaming this together. All right, so now we have that all creamed together. We're gonna mix in 1 egg, the peanut butter, and the vanilla extract. So we're gonna crack the egg into there. Crossing fingers for no shells. We are good. And I admit, I am not one who measures the teaspoon, or the measures. I am not one who measures the vanilla extract. So we are gonna call this a 1.5 teaspoons. If it's extra teaspoony, if it's extra vanilla-y, vanilla, yeah, good. And then 1 cup of peanut butter. So let's go ahead and stir this all, mix this all together. This is looking absolutely delicious. So now we're gonna mix in the baking soda and the flour. So I'm just gonna mix in the baking soda with the flour, and we're just gonna stir it in, and then the flour is going to go in. I probably should have done like maybe half of it first and then the other half. Oh well, let's see what happens. And we are going to mix this until combined. I'm trying to go slow. Basically what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of taking the dough, just making sure that all of the flour was mixed in. And I think that this looks pretty good. So let's go ahead. And now at this point, it's just basically putting this onto a baking sheet, pushing in the little thumbprint hole for the jam, and popping it into the oven to cook. So let me go ahead and grab the baking sheet. All right, I have my parchment lined baking sheet, and I don't. Okay, so I have my parchment lined baking sheet. I do not have a cookie scoop, so instead I'm gonna use an ice cream scoop. I figure it will work the same way. And let's just start putting them down. I'm gonna go ahead, I don't know, I think this is supposed to make like 24. So I'm most likely gonna have to use a second baking sheet. I don't think that the recipe said how far apart to put the cookies, but I'm gonna give them a little bit of room to spread just in case. Oh, and as always, when you're doing any baking, make sure that you always wash your hands. All right, so next part, I have 2 spoons. One is to actually push it down, and the other one is to scoop the jelly. And again, I'm using, this is cherry preserves. It says strawberry jam, but I feel like you can use any type of like fruit jelly, or fruit preserves. I'm just gonna push down like a little hole inside of it. Could probably also use my thumb. Maybe I'll just use my thumb. This is why you wash your hands before you bake. So that way you can do stuff like this. I don't know, this is kind of weird. And almost done. I'm really interested to see how these actually bake up. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of jam right in the middle. I think it calls for a teaspoon of jam. I don't know how much I'm putting in there, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm much better at cooking because I don't like to measure. And I know with baking, you have to be really, really exact. So, like with the vanilla extract, I literally just measured a capful. I don't know if that was a teaspoon and a half. I mean, I'm pretty sure that these are going to taste good no matter what. If you want to be a precise baker, I would encourage you to measure precisely and follow the recipe. Don't be like me and just go on a whim. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these into the oven. They're gonna cook for 9 to 11 minutes. Then they're gonna cook on the pan for 2 minutes. And after that, I can be able to take them off and put them on a rack to cool. While the first tray is baking, I have a timer set for 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and put cookies on the second tray so I can be able to put these in the oven as soon as the first one is done. I'm basically waiting to bake these ones until the first one's done. So then that way I can see how 10 minutes worked out. Maybe I need to let it go for an extra minute or two. Maybe it needs to only go for 9 minutes. So it's just basically the first sheet is gonna be the tester. And Duke, get your face away from the food. I did not think that this was an appropriate video for Duke to put his face into. But he is really curious about what I'm doing. Vinny looked very concerned when I was using the mixer. I will comment and say that this actually did make precisely 24 cookies. So I'm going to go ahead and push down in the middle. So that way I can be able to fill it up with the jelly. And I also just realized why that Vinny and Duke are so interested in this. It's just about their dinner time if it wasn't daylight savings, or if daylight savings hadn't have ended. So yeah, I guess maybe I should feed them. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish filling this up. I think maybe some of these I might have to put in a little bit more jelly, but we will see. This is also a really great way to use up, like if you have just like some leftover jelly and you know, maybe there's nobody in your family that really likes to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Cookies are a great way to use up jelly. All right, these are all ready to go be put into the oven. So I will be back as soon as the cookies in the oven are done to show you the finished cookie. So we have our finished cookie. They actually look really good. They really didn't, they didn't spread out as much as what I expected, but they look absolutely delicious. They're super moist, and let's give them a try. I'm gonna go eat these. These are really good. So if you guys like my video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I definitely want to try more of these bake with me videos. And if you have any recipe suggestions, whether they are baking, cooking, throw them at me. I will definitely check them out. But these ones are definitely worth trying. And I will try to leave a link in my description with the link to the original recipe. But these are absolutely delicious. I highly encourage you to try them. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.